Good Wednesday morning. Another line of severe weather racing across the country.
With millions facing yet another threat today. It is April 15th. This is Today. Back to back, a new round of dangerous storms overnight, spawning even more tornadoes, rain, and hail.
The neighborhood's a wreck. I cannot believe this.
Tens of millions impacted from Texas all the way to the Northeast. A ground stop issued at Chicago's O'Hare Airport, and Al is tracking it all. Speaking terms, the U.S. expected to renew peace talks with Iran in the coming days. The president overnight telling a reporter the war is nearly over. As the American blockade of key Iranian ports continues this morning, we're live in the region. Disturbing allegations. Yet another woman comes forward saying she was sexually assaulted by then Congressman Eric Swalwell.
I did not want to live anymore. I cried all the time for years.
Just ahead, Swalwell's new denial and the criminal investigation now underway. In the spotlight, the Michigan man held by police in the Bahamas for nearly a week, suspected in his wife's disappearance, speaking out for the first time.
I welcome any attention, anything that helps me further my goal of finding Lynette.
What he's saying about the night his wife vanished. Stepping down, a top NFL reporter resigns after photos surfaced showing her holding hands with the head coach of the Patriots. Both married, both denying they did anything inappropriate. We'll have the very latest on the scandal now rocking the league. Those stories plus Coachy Comfy, a major airline ready to roll out bunk bed style sleep pods for passengers on long flights. Is this the future of flying economy? And amazing opening. The NBA postseason tips off with an overtime thriller. And a dramatic comeback. We've got all the highlights this morning with two more games on the way today, Wednesday, April 15th, 2026.
From NBC News, this is Today with Savannah Guthrie and Craig Melvin. From Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Today. It's Wednesday morning. We're glad you're with us. Hoda's in for Craig, holding it down while he enjoys some time with his family.
All right, let us get right to our top story. That breaking news overnight. Yet another round of severe storms sweeping across the country.
Take a look at this tornado in eastern Iowa yesterday. That massive funnel stretching to the ground, kicking up dust and debris.
Yeah, there were at least 7 reports of other tornadoes overnight. Tens of thousands now have no power. And residents from Texas to Pennsylvania are bracing for more rough weather today, including heavy winds, hail, and maybe even more tornadoes.
Meanwhile, here along the East Coast, it's another day of record highs on tap. Temperatures 15 to 30 degrees above average. Al's got the full forecast in just a bit, but let's get started with NBC's Shaquille Brewster. He's in Ottawa, Kansas for us this morning. Hi, Shaq. Good morning.
Good morning. And a tough start to the week for so many across the country, especially in the Midwest. Here in Kansas, this is the kind of destruction that people are dealing with. You see a powerful tornado ripping the roof off this motel, blowing out multiple of these windows on the other side, even collapsing an entire wall, all as another round of severe weather overnight, knocking out power to tens of thousands across Wisconsin and Michigan.
This morning, wild spring weather coast to coast with severe storms and soaring heat. In the Midwest, multiple reported tornadoes touching down overnight. Stunning videos showing a twister dominating the sky in Iowa. The winds whipping up dirt and debris, sweeping through communities in multiple states, including Michigan and Wisconsin, where trees were completely ripped from their roots. Those states also seeing storms bringing fierce rain, wind, and hail.
We'll get a boat in a minute.
And in Kansas, residents shocked at the devastation from multiple tornadoes that turned their lives upside down.
I lost everything. Like, I have no home. I have nowhere to go.
The twisters ripping buildings to shreds in hard-hit Ottawa, Kansas.
The neighborhood's a wreck. I cannot believe this. I used to work here.
The tornado tossing RVs, overturning cars, and ripping roofs off homes.
And walk out, and there is a 30-foot tall tree on the side of the building that was now 6 feet tall.
Jeffrey Castleberry says he was at home with 6 others, including an 18-month-old child, when the tornado rolled through.
We've been here 11 years, and we lost everything.
Meanwhile, from the plains to the northeast, the heat is on. Summer-like temperatures arriving early for more than 100 million people. Temperatures in some areas projected to be 10 to 25 degrees above average.
Now, back here in Kansas, the National Weather Service says the destruction, or the tornado that led to this destruction, was on the ground for more than 7 miles, reaching wind speeds of 125 miles an hour. Fortunately, even miraculously, only minor injuries reported, nothing more severe. Savannah?
Oh, tough night there, Shaq. Thank you very much.
And as we mentioned, a lot of those areas are facing even more severe storms today. So let's check in with Al and get a look at the forecast.
Hey, Al. Good morning. And not only just today, but on into Friday. Good morning, everybody. You can see these strong storms firing up from central New York all the way down into Oklahoma. Chicago may see some ground delays later today, later this morning, causing some rush hour problems. So here's what's happening. Thunderstorm develop in the warm sector of this air. The highest risk is going to be from Iowa to northern Missouri. You can see a slight risk stretching from central Pennsylvania all the way down to Dallas, damaging winds, hail, and we've got tornadoes possible. Then we move on into tonight through tomorrow. Stationary front will develop, and that's going to aid in more storm development. Heavy thunderstorms from Syracuse all the way down to Roanoke, Virginia. Storms become more severe later in the day, a slight risk upstate New York, but all the way down to Memphis, we could see some strong winds and heavy downpours. Then Friday, a new cold front. This is a strong front pushing in more dangerous storms where they've already seen this damage. There's an enhanced risk from Cedar Rapids all the way down to Oklahoma. We're talking about tornadoes likely, wind gusts, and damaging hail. Rainfall could be looking at flooding because of all the rain that's already fallen. And we are looking for potential records from Louisiana, Florida, all the way to the northeast. Today, records expected in Newark, New York City, Elkins, Chattanooga, Columbia, South Carolina. Tomorrow, we've got more heat. Philadelphia, Hagerstown, Atlanta, all may set records. But then temperatures, guys, start to cool off as we make our way into the weekend. Guys?
All right. Thank you, Al. Another big story we're following this morning, the push for peace in the Middle East. The U.S. and Iran set to potentially renew talks in the coming days, while top officials from Israel and Lebanon came face-to-face in Washington for the first time in decades. NBC's chief foreign correspondent Richard Engel on the story in Israel this morning with the latest. Richard, good morning.
Good morning, Savannah. Well, those peace talks about Lebanon so far have not produced any kind of result. I am right now along the Israeli-Lebanese border. In fact, just over those hills behind me is Lebanon. And according to a senior Israeli military official, Hezbollah, the Lebanese militia group, fired dozens of rockets from Lebanon into Israel this morning, many of them exploding in this area. This as President Trump announces that new peace talks with Iran could resume within the next 48 hours.
U.S. Central Command this morning says the American blockade of Iranian ports in and around the Strait of Hormuz is now fully implemented, as President Trump indicates the U.S. is heading back to the negotiating table, telling the New York Post that a new round of ceasefire talks to end the war could begin by the end of the week. And speaking to Fox Business, Trump repeated his claim to justify the war, that Iran was about to make and use a nuclear weapon, allegations that are not supported by intelligence reports or weapons experts.
I had to divert, because if I didn't do that, right now you would have Iran with a nuclear weapon. And if they had a nuclear weapon, you would be calling everybody over there, sir. And you don't want to do that.
He added that the war's aims are already mainly accomplished.
I view it as very close to over. You know what? If I pulled up stakes right now, it would take them 20 years to rebuild that country. And we're not finished. We'll see what happens. I think they want to make a deal very badly.
The new negotiations would likely take place once again in Pakistan. Vice President Vance, who led the last round of unsuccessful talks, said Trump is proposing normalization with Iran in exchange for an end or perhaps a long-term suspension of the country's nuclear program.
He said that if you're willing to act like a normal country, we are willing to treat you economically like a normal country. He doesn't want a small deal.
Iran is responding positively. Iran's president saying Iran doesn't seek war or instability, but warned that any attempt by the enemy to impose its will on us or force us to surrender is doomed to failure.
President Trump is also under pressure from European allies to end this war. The British Prime Minister said that his country will not take part in President Trump's partial closure of the Strait of Hormuz. And Italy's Prime Minister suspended her country's military cooperation with Israel. Savannah.
Richard Engel, thank you very much.
Also this morning, another woman has come forward to accuse California Democrat Eric Swalwell of sexual assault, speaking out on the same day that he officially submitted his resignation from Congress. NBC's Camila Bernal is in Los Angeles. She's got details. Hey, Camila, good morning.
Hoda, good morning. Eric Swalwell is already facing a criminal investigation in Manhattan, and now the legal battle expands here to the West Coast. The latest accuser filing a report for sexual misconduct with the LA County Sheriff's Department, and we do want to warn you, some of the allegations are graphic. This morning, authorities in Los Angeles beginning a criminal investigation against former Congressman Eric Swalwell after new and disturbing allegations.
I believe he drugged my drink. I only had one glass of wine.
Lana Drews says she met Swalwell in 2018 and thought they were developing a friendship. But during their third encounter, she says he sexually assaulted her.
He raped me. And he choked me. And while he was choking me, I lost consciousness. And I thought I died.
Swalwell's attorney denying all the allegations, saying they're false, fabricated, and deeply offensive, adding that this is a political hit job. But Drew's attorney, Lisa Bloom, says this is about accountability. She says Drew spoke to multiple people about the alleged crime at the time, kept text messages and this photo with Swalwell to prove the connection.
I want everyone to know that her testimony, in and of itself, is evidence, and I think she has a powerful story to tell.
And you believe it's enough for a criminal prosecution?
Yes, I do.
Multiple women have accused the former congressman of sexual assault or misconduct, including these two women who spoke exclusively to CBS.
It started out as professional and platonic, and then slowly they became more and more explicit.
I was terrified that if I spoke out against him, then people would think that I was a loose cannon.
Drew says she, too, was afraid of Swalwell's political power.
Was it hard for her to speak out?
Very hard for her to speak out.
Swalwell's 13-year career in the House ending Tuesday under bipartisan pressure.
He's made the right decision.
This is no country for creepy old men.
And while Drews has filed a police report with the LA County Sheriff's Department, the Los Angeles District Attorney says that when and if the case is presented, they will review the facts and decide whether there's enough evidence to file charges here. In the meantime, Governor Gavin Newsom has announced the special election to replace Swalwell in Congress will take place on August 18th. Hoda.
All right, Camila, thank you so much.
Now to an NBC News exclusive. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche opening up in his first network interview since replacing Pam Bondi as the head of the Justice Department. NBC's senior legal correspondent Laura Jarrett sat down with him, joins us now. Laura, good morning.
Good morning, guys. It was a wide-ranging discussion, and I asked Blanche about where the Jeffrey Epstein investigation goes from here after the Justice Department produced more than 3 million pages of documents earlier this year, and whether anyone else will ever be prosecuted.
If we learn information any day, whether if it's 5 years from now, if we learn information from a victim or learn other evidence that allow us to charge anybody associated with Epstein's crimes, we'll charge it. So the big misconception is that the Department of Justice or me has ever said case closed. What we have said is that from the information that we have within the Epstein files, we do not have a case against anybody.
He went on to call it horrible that the identity of some Epstein victims were inadvertently revealed in the document. And now, as for the person connected to Epstein, who's currently behind bars, of course, Ghislaine Maxwell, remember Blanche interviewed her last summer? Well, he said he has no reason to believe that the president is considering a pardon for Maxwell, but it is not his call.
It's interesting. He's now the acting attorney general. Pam Bondi was fired, some say, because she did not do the bidding of the president at the Justice Department. Traditionally, there's a separation. Of course, it's the president that appoints the attorney general, but there's distance. Blanche talked about that and how they're viewing that issue.
I asked him, Savannah, directly, who exactly is calling the shots at DOJ headquarters?
So he is my boss, and every president is the Attorney General's boss from the time the Constitution was enacted and the time that an Attorney General was selected. And so who is calling the shots? I mean, I think everybody in this country knows and has known for 250 years that the President of the United States, when it comes to the executive, calls the shots.
And of course, we've seen President Trump implore his past attorneys general to indict certain people. Whether he will continue that remains to be seen if Blanche is in fact nominated and confirmed.
All right. Interesting, Laura. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Laura. All right, let's go now to the NBA. So if the upcoming playoffs are half as good as last night's play-in games, we are in for a treat. Let's start it off in Charlotte. The Hornets down by 1 to Miami, just 8 seconds to go in overtime.
Ball breaks free. Gets it. 7 seconds. Ball to drive. And ball lays it in. There's no timeouts left for Miami. Charlotte up by 1. The drive. It's over.
Look at that. The Hornets win it. It's 127-126. They can punch their ticket to the playoffs with another win on Friday.
Oh, they look pretty pumped up about that. In the late game, Denny Avdia gave Portland the lead with 16 seconds to play. He had 41 points on the night. Blazers hold on to it 114-110. They're headed to the playoffs for the first time in 5 years. Portland will face San Antonio in the first round.
Fun games to start it off. All right, let's get check of the weather with Mr. Roker. Hey, Al.
Hey, guys. Good morning. Well, we're looking at record highs mid-Atlantic into the southeast. More flooding, unfortunately, upper Mississippi River Valley. Severe storms in the central plains. We're looking at another system coming into the Pacific Northwest, bringing rain and snow, and that's going to have a big impact tomorrow. That's what's going on. We're going to get to your local forecast coming up in the next 30 seconds.
We're back, 7:30. Look in Boston, where preps are underway for the iconic marathon. It's 130th coming up on Monday, and right now crews are busy painting the start and finish line. Wow. Carson.
Yeah. What are you looking at me
for? You ever want to run a marathon?
You never know.
I'll take an Uber. Thank you.
All right, guys, we're going to start this half hour in the Bahamas, and that case we've been following closely. The Michigan man released without charges in his wife's disappearance, but still considered a suspect, is now speaking out about his arrest and the ongoing search for his wife. NBC's Jesse Kirsch talked to him and joins us now. Hey, Jesse.
Hey, Hoda, good morning. Brian Hooker was speaking out to us yesterday on camera for the first time since his wife Lynette vanished almost 2 weeks ago. He says what happened was an accident, but police are not so sure. And I asked Mr. Hooker what he told investigators in his defense.
Did police ever explicitly ask you if you hurt your wife?
Of course.
What did you say to them? I said I've never harmed Lynette, and I never would harm Lynette, and I want to find Lynette.
This morning, we're finally hearing from Brian Hooker about that tragic boat ride, his wife's disappearance, and the agonizing days since she allegedly vanished in the waters off the Bahamas.
I don't think I've ever been apart from her in 25 years for this long.
Brian Hooker says Lynette accidentally fell from the couple's boat in rough conditions 11 days ago. But with his lawyer looking on, he would not go into great detail about the active investigation into his wife's disappearance.
If there's anything you can share about Easter weekend that you remember.
I cannot share anything. As you can imagine, things are chaos and hectic, and I welcome any attention, anything that helps me further my goal of finding Lynette.
Brian Hooker has not been charged with any crime, and police released him late Monday.
Any response? Anything to say?
But here in the Bahamas, the country's top cop tells me investigators do not trust Hooker's story.
Police still look at you as a suspect. Why do you think that is?
I think some of it is probably the media attention, which is understandable. My time with the Bahamian police was a small part of hell and a bigger part of hell that I'm really in right now. But they have to do their job.
I also asked Brian about his relationship with Lynette, which has at times reportedly been volatile.
What do you want people to know about your marriage with Lynette?
I want people to know that Lynette is my life, and we have been together almost half my life, and we belong to each other.
He says he plans to keep searching for Lynette by water and even by air if he can hire a plane.
No one has told me not to stop looking, and I'm going to keep looking.
So, Jesse, what is the latest on the search and on the investigation right now?
Hoda, the military here tells me it is looking to suspend its search for Lynette by tomorrow. They've been analyzing factors such as tide, drift, and wind, and the reality is they are simply running out of viable places to look for her. Meanwhile, Brian Hooker's attorney late yesterday telling us that she expects police could give Brian access to the couple's sailboat possibly in the next couple of days. Guys.
All right, Jesse Kirsch for us there in the Bahamas. Jesse, thank you.
Well, just ahead this morning, calling all procrastinators. Tax day, it's here. We're going to have the tips and advice you need if you have held out till the very last minute.
All right, but first, travelers, here's a proposition for you. Would you pay extra to get a more enjoyable sleep on a long flight? We got your first look at one airline's so-called Sky Nest. They're offering economy passengers the chance to rest in a new bunk bed style sleeping pod. We'll tell you about that coming up after this. Welcome back this morning on In Depth Today. Something new that's set to change the way all passengers experience long-distance flights.
Oh, okay, it's me. Air New Zealand is introducing an option for sleep-deprived flyers that is, up until now, have been reserved for luxury travelers.
NBC's Liz Croyt's got to check it out. She's here with more. Hi, Liz. Are you bunked up?
Yeah, this is definitely a talker, guys. Good morning. Good to be with you all. We recently told you all about the Sky Couch that will turn a row of economy seats into a lie-flat bed. But now wait until you see the Sky Nest. This is essentially bunk beds in the sky, and it is not for first-class passengers. This is for those of us back in coach who might be willing to pay a little bit more for a chance to stretch out our legs and get some sleep on a long flight.
The leg spaces. It's a common complaint for any frequent flyer. This is actually insane. Tight quarters on airplanes.
This much legroom, barely an inch of legroom.
But now one airline is reimagining the coach experience.
Our latest invention has been the Sky Nest, which is a bunk bed in the sky in economy class.
The Sky Nest is the creation of Air New Zealand, the first airline in the world to outfit their 787 Dreamliners with these in-flight sleep pods for long-haul flights, beginning with their longest flight, 16 hours from JFK to Auckland.
Come and check out our Sky Nest.
This is it?
This is it.
The Sky Nest includes 6 beds that passengers can rent for 4-hour windows at an additional cost of $495.
You'll get a little pop-up on your screen saying that you can come to the Sky Nest, and then we'll put you to sleep.
Okay, so we're inside the Sky Nest here. You can see the 3 bunks on either side. Each of these bunks comes with fresh sheets, a blanket, this little amenities kit, earplugs, much needed, a charger for your phone, a seatbelt, and of course a curtain for privacy.
The bunk beds all part of a growing effort by airlines to make flying coach not necessarily cheaper, but more comfortable. Last month, United Airlines announced what they plan to call Relax Row, which will allow economy passengers to turn an entire row of seats into a lie-flat bed, including a mattress pad, extra pillows, and bedding. While Southwest is adding extra legroom seats, an option that, like other airlines, comes with an extra charge.
Over the years, they've gotten really creative in being able to add little extras back, but at a cost. Either you pay up for a little bit more of a premium experience, or you put up with the bare minimum.
Inside the Sky Nest.
All right, hi from inside. This is what it looks like. It's actually quite cozy.
Potential flyers tell us it's something they could get behind.
Definitely, because sometimes, I'm sorry to say, those planes are very small.
The headroom is little challenging.
Better than sitting in the economy for 16 hours?
Definitely it beats that.
Air New Zealand believes these sleep bunks could revolutionize flying. The question is, will other airlines follow?
Do you think this is the future of economy air travel?
Honestly, I've spent a lot of time in coach, For everyone's sake, I hope it is.
Okay.
A lot of questions, Liz. I have a lot of questions.
So many questions.
Yeah.
Okay, but all right, so let's just start price.
Okay.
How does it shake out against like a first class ticket where you get a lie flat bed?
Yeah, okay, so we did the math on this. We looked up an upcoming Air New Zealand flight one way from JFK to Auckland. Coach, about $1,300. Their highest level business class, $7,700. So paying $500 more for this Skynest, you still are paying thousands of dollars less.
Okay, so the deal is you get a 4-hour shift. That's it. You
and
can
you
only
can't
sleep for
double
4
it up?
hours.
You can't like say, I'll buy 2 of those?
I asked. They're starting with just one shift. They might change it over time. Right now, it's just going to be 2 shifts of 4. If it's popular, they'll add another shift. There are going to be rules, guys, like you can't eat and you have to wear your socks.
What about if a couple wants to share? What if a couple wants to share one pod, asking for a friend?
Okay. Oh my God. You're sleep divorced. Which friend is that?
No,
The one
it's
that's
6 foot. It's 6'4" in length.
Right.
So most people should be able to.
Was it comfy? I mean,
you know, when you're like 10 hours into a 16-hour flight in coach, it's probably pretty.
Could you side sleep? Like, is there room?
You could cozy up. You know, I'm into the lay flat, relaxed row.
Yeah,
that seems.
I like that too. Okay, let's just do a show of hands. Would you do it?
I think if you're in coach and you're on a 16-hour flight, it's probably a pretty good option.
I think I would do it.
I would.
Yeah, I would try it.
I mean, I'd have like a cocktail before, you know, and maybe an Ambien, which you're not supposed to.
People in coach get upset about having to pay extra $50 for a bag, though. I mean, you know, they're watching their money. $500 is still a lot of money to lie flat.
It is.
So.
It is.
The top bunk is my pick. I went to all 3. I tried them all out.
But how do you get up there?
You got to climb, but then you're kind of in your own little cocoon.
Yeah. Okay.
By the way, isn't it nice to have Liz sitting here?
I know.
Nice to see honey with you guys.
Interesting.
Roker, would you do it?
Those aren't pillows.
Oh, gosh.
Goodbye.
Close quarters.
Unsubscribe.
Hey, guess what? We could be looking later this year at a super El Nino. The La Nina's ending, the El Nino setting up. Now, that's warmer than average water near the equator. What are the effects of that? That cool pool of water shrinking with the warming ocean temperatures. This super El Nino is possible later this year. Now, super El Nino means very strong and rare El Nino episode. It occurs only once every 10 to 15 years and makes the typical El Nino impacts more likely. What are those? Well, it starts to bring in strong winds that disrupt tropical development. Those winds shear apart those storms developing. So maybe fewer tropical storms developing this year. This tropical season only takes one, though, to cause big problems. And then later on in the year, the winter pattern brings stormy conditions from Los Angeles all the way across the Gulf. It's going to be dry in the Ohio River Valley and warm, unusually warm, stretching from Chicago all the way to Portland. So we'll be watching this very, very closely. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods. Hashtag PSSP.
All right, guys, let's get to it. It looks like a biopic is in the works for our favorite home and cooking guru.
And I know we got the documentary. How about a biopic? Is there someone that's going to play you in an acted-out movie?
Hope so.
Who do you want to play you?
I don't know. I've been hearing rumors.
Really?
I think there's something in the works right now with Kate Blanchett called Good Thing.
Well, what do you think about that?
Oh, I like that.
Okay. Variety actually confirming that the Oscar winner is taking on that role.
Oh, cool.
So I guess she let the cat out of the bag on the red carpet for that.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool.
That'd be good. I liked the documentary.
So it's coming soon.
Yeah, it was really interesting. Yeah, it was well done.
Great.
We'll see if Kate Blanchett can make an eggnog as strong as Martha. That'll be the test.
All right, guys, the boost must be near because I hear Jenna Bush Hager. Hey,
Yes,
girl.
hi guys. Y'all are gonna love this one. What happened after a woman dropped her phone on the field during a major league game? But first, these messages.
We're back. Yes, here. So it's about to get wacky.
We like to chat.
Yes.
Okay, you guys, here's a good caught on camera for you. A woman's TikTok is going viral, sharing the moment her phone fell onto the field during a San Francisco Giants game when she was trying to snap a pic of her son. And later, when the grounds crew returned the cell, there was a special surprise waiting in her camera roll. Just take a look. A few of the guys
I love it.
from the team snapped some selfies.
That's great.
The Giants social media even commented on the post saying, "We like to have fun around."
Oh my God.
cute.
Isn't that cute?
That's a great idea.
Have you all ever left your phone somewhere and then come back and there have been somebody's
Oh, the kids,
know what?
our kids would do that.
When-
We would have like 1,000 selfies.
Oh, yeah. Tom Hanks did a selfie. He stole my phone at one of our, Dole events
Yes.
that we do, and I looked later, and it was a selfie of Tom Hanks on my phone.
Did he make it your home
He does
screen?
it a lot. I should have. He does it to people all the time,
That's
apparently.
hilarious.
Yeah.
That's great.
All
Funny
right.
story. Thank you, Jenna. Coming up on Pop Star, we're loaded with stars. Plus, we've got one of the biggest ones right here in Studio 1A. That's right, Oscar winner Anne Hathaway stopping by. But first, your local news, weather, and these messages.
It's 8 o'clock on Today. Coming up, another round. Even more severe storms sweeping across the Midwest overnight, slamming the region with rain, hail, and destructive tornadoes.
The neighborhood's a wreck. I cannot believe this.
While much of the country is heating up, Al's got the full forecast, including where temperatures will reach record highs today. Then, stepping down, a veteran NFL reporter resigning after pictures emerge of her holding hands with the head coach of the Patriots. Both married, both denying they did anything inappropriate. The details just ahead. And Slay Queen, a sneak peek at a new royal exhibit offering a rare look at Queen Elizabeth's famous fashions.
From sketches, personal correspondence, archive items, as well as the beautiful clothing itself.
Our inside look at the fit of a queen. All that plus Anne Hathaway live in Studio 1A.
Shut up!
Taylor Dearden takes us inside the pit.
I really hope we can be friends.
And ready to meet the newest Fokker?
Yes.
It's all ahead today, Wednesday, April 15th, 2026.
Travel from San Antonio, Texas. And Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Hi to our family watching in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Today is my 66th birthday.
Shout out to Columbia University and Hofstra University.
Hi to my brother Gio.
In Fond du Lac, Wisconsin.
On spring break from Washington, D.C. Love you, Tata, Titi, and Z-Man.
And welcome back to Today. Beautiful morning out there. So glad you're out on the plaza if you are, and you can hear my voice. And also if you're home watching, we love you too. And Hoda, since I'm giving a lot of love to thank you for filling in this week.
I love you too.
Okay, and Al, we love you. And in fact, you're the lead story today. Severe weather in the Midwest tops our news. Dangerous storms overnight, spawning even more tornadoes, rain and hail. Take a look. Here's a tornado in eastern Iowa yesterday. A massive funnel stretching to the ground, kicked up to dust and debris. There were at least 7 reports of other tornadoes too. Tens of thousands are now without power. The threat isn't over either. So we want to check back with Al, as promised, for the very latest on this.
Yeah, guys, good morning. And we're watching these storms really develop, really start to fire up. In fact, we now have flood watches stretching from the UP of Michigan on into parts of Iowa, across through Illinois, northern. In fact, you can see these heavy thunderstorms approaching Chicago. That's probably going to lead to some airport delays later, and even on into western New York. Now, for today, 48 million people from Pittsburgh, Indianapolis, Chicago, all the way down to Wichita Falls at risk of a few tornadoes, wind gusts of 60 miles per hour, and damaging hail. Now, tomorrow, it's mostly in upstate New York where we're looking for that severe weather, but the good news is tornado risk is low. Then we move ahead to Friday, and we ramp up that risk again for the folks who got hit yesterday from Waterloo, Iowa, all the way down to Oklahoma City. We are looking for the possibility of strong tornadoes. We're going to be watching that carefully. Heavy rain, we could be looking at some flooding from Chicago to Peoria on into Detroit, because they've already seen heavy rounds of rain today, and they'll see more again tomorrow. And we look at these potential records from Scranton, PA, down to Sarasota, out to Monroe, Louisiana. Today, we could be looking at records in Washington, D.C. at 91, Roanoke at 90, Chattanooga at 87 degrees, Columbus, Ohio, 83. Tomorrow, more more hot weather, more record breakers possible for Athens, Ohio, for Philadelphia, for Columbia, South Carolina, and Atlanta as well. But the good news is we will see temperatures cooling back to more seasonal levels as we head into the weekend. Guys?
All right, Al, thank you so much. It is the day a lot of people have been dreading. Ready or not, tax day has arrived, and with just hours to go before the deadline, NBC senior business correspondent Christine Romans is here. She's got everything we need to know. Okay, Christine, so if we've waited until this last hour, the 11th hour, what should we be doing right now if we haven't filed?
Well, you should know that millions of people have waited, so you're not alone, but you got to get this done today. So you want to file online with the IRS. There's a free file form. If you make $89,000 or less, you can just go on today, use this IRS free file, and get this done. If you like the old-fashioned way, you want to put it in the mail, you need to be postmarked by today, April 15th. But don't just toss it in the mailbox. I want you to make sure you go and get it actually stamped at the post office so you can see that April 15th postal mark. Also, there are fillable forms for your federal return for any income level if you need to go on and do that today. It'll help you. It won't be the tax prep company guided, but it'll help you. And today, there are last-minute appointments at all of the major tax companies if you're stressing out and you want to pay that fee. But again, you want to request an extension to pay your taxes by today if you're not quite ready. So anybody can do that again on the IRS website. You still need to pay some estimated taxes today and set up a payment plan if you owe taxes. And then you will file that return on October 15th. And there are fines and fees. This is why you want to get it done today. You will save money if you just take the time today and get it out the door, either online filing or walk over to the Postal Service.
You told us last week that the refunds are bigger this year. How quickly can people expect to get them?
People are getting them in like 21 days. So that's really nice. And you can track on the IRS. There's an IRS tool that you can track when you're going to get that refund. The average refund is about $3,400 here. So that's real money. That's up 11% from last year. So it's a little bit more. Again, it behooves you to get it done today. A lot of people haven't. That's okay. That's what this day is for. Maybe you have to call in sick. Maybe you have to sit down and find all those forms and get it out the door. But please, please do it because you'll save money on late fees and penalties.
Yeah, cool. All right, Christine,
Nice
thank you so much.
Thank you. A high school principal in Oklahoma is being hailed as a hero after taking down a suspected shooter. That heart-stopping moment caught on surveillance video, and you see it here. A gunman walks into Pauls Valley High School, pistol in hand. That is when Principal Kirk Moore emerges from another door, tackles the suspect, and authorities say the principal was shot in the leg, but he did manage to get the suspect to drop the gun. He has been, the suspect, identified as 20-year-old Victor Hawkins, a former student of the school. As for the principal, he says he's recovering and looking forward to returning to work as soon as he's able. What a hero.
What a hero. All right, now to a controversy that's turning heads in the sports world. Veteran NFL reporter Diana Russini has resigned from The Athletic after photos emerged of her holding hands with Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel. Both of them are married to other people. NBC's Sam Brock is here, and he's got more. Sam, good morning.
Hello to Savannah. Good morning. Diana Russini, of course, is a household name, one of the top NFL reporters in the entire industry. And both she and the Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel have denied any wrongdoing here. Just days into an internal investigation by The Athletic, though, Russini suddenly announcing she's stepping aside, blaming the media frenzy and rampant speculation for her decision. This morning, a major shakeup at one of the country's top sports publications.
What are you expecting from this team right out of the game?
Veteran NFL reporter Diana Russini submitting her resignation to The Athletic, owned by the New York Times. It comes almost exactly a week after the New York Post released these photos of her holding hands, hugging, and sitting poolside with New England Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel at an Arizona resort last month. Both are married to other people, and both have denied anything inappropriate, saying the pictures were taken out of context.
You can't talk to a Patriot player about why they're having success without the lead out of their mouth. The first thing they say is their coach.
The 43-year-old sports journalist says she made the decision to resign amidst the media frenzy, blaming self-feeding speculation that is simply unmoored from the facts. Russini adding in a statement, "I've covered the NFL with professionalism and dedication throughout my career, and I stand behind every story I have ever published." The Athletic initially defending Russini, calling the images misleading and lacking essential context. But Tuesday, in a statement obtained by NBC News, the outlet's executive editor says that as additional information emerged, new questions were raised, and that Rossini chose to resign while the investigation was ongoing.
If you're claiming to report things that are inside information, that are objective, that are truthful, but then it's led to believe that you're pushing someone's agenda, your credibility is lost.
Vrabel, last year's Coach of the Year, who took the Patriots to the Super Bowl, not responding to NBC News' request for comment. But telling Page Six last week, these photos show a completely innocent interaction, and any suggestion otherwise is laughable. This doesn't deserve any further response. Still, some questioning why Vrabel isn't facing similar scrutiny.
I don't know that he's necessarily crossed any ethical lines. I mean, that's for the Patriots to decide. Morally, that's up to between him, the people he's close to.
So Rossini's departure comes as her contract was set to expire in just a few months. The Athletic says it's going to continue a standards review of Rossini's work regardless. We did reach out to the New England Patriots for comment, who have not issued one so far on the matter. It also comes, guys, as we're only a week away from the NFL draft. So all sorts of buzz going on in the NFL universe at the moment.
Yeah, a lot of people talking about that.
Thanks,
Thank you. America's favorite lottery game is going international. Powerball will expand this summer to include players in England, Scotland, and other parts of the UK. And with more people buying tickets, jackpots are going to get even bigger. But nothing changes here in the U.S. Tickets will still be $2, and the odds of winning will be the same. The agreement still needs to be approved by a UK gambling commission, huh?
So we get nothing, basically.
Right, I don't, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got that covered, sort of. Okay, what do you got in Pop Star?
All right, guys. Well, Taylor Swift, for starters, Savannah, she's set to make even more history at this year's American Music Awards. We're going to have details on that and a couple of Pump It or Dump It, very rare Wednesday new music editions coming.
Ooh, plus the royal wardrobe. We're going to take you inside the new exhibition at Buckingham Palace, celebrating Queen Elizabeth's unique style and enduring fashion legacy. Molly Hunter is there right after this.
And we're back at 8:13 with something new for royal watchers to enjoy.
Yeah, next Tuesday marks what would have been Queen Elizabeth's 100th birthday, and a new exhibition has just opened at Buckingham Palace, celebrating her legacy as a style icon.
NBC's Molly Hunter got to check it out. She joined us now. Hey, Molly.
Hey guys, this is really exciting. So the late Queen's full closet fashion archive will be on display at Buckingham Palace. Hundreds of gowns and dresses, and visitors will be able to get up close and personal. And it is all rolling out in advance of what would have been her 100th birthday. Take a look.
Queen Elizabeth II, an icon beloved around the globe. A record-breaking reign, an unmistakable style, and a timeless image. This month, a new exhibition at Buckingham Palace marks what would have been her 100th birthday. Queen Elizabeth II, her life and style, offers a rare, intimate look inside the late Queen's fashion archive.
The really special thing about this exhibition is being able to present such a comprehensive and rounded perspective on the Queen's relationship with fashion. From sketches, personal correspondence, archive items.
Starting with this christening robe worn by 62 royal babies, never before displayed, the exhibit includes more than 300 pieces from her royal closet, spanning nearly a century, tracing the looks that defined her public image, including her unforgettable wedding dress, the young princess dazzling as she married Philip in 1947, crafted in ivory silk. It featured a 15-foot train adorned with 10,000 hand-embroidered pearls, designed by British designer Sir Norman Hartnell and paid for in part with ration coupons, a symbol of post-war Britain.
On the head of the sovereign.
And then her crowning moment, June 1953.
Is Your Majesty willing to take the oath?
I am willing. The first coronation to be fully televised. Millions around the world tuning in, not just to witness history, but also to admire a dress that defined a new Elizabethan era. Because for Queen Elizabeth, style was never about fashion. It was about presence. Her guiding mantra, you have to be seen to be believed. Her biographer, Robert Hardman, also quoted her saying, I can never wear beige because nobody will know who I am. And so every choice was a deliberate expression of that mission.
What I really hope that visitors will take away is an understanding of how the Queen used fashion to fulfill her role.
From bold, bright colors, vivid greens, striking reds, deep, commanding blues, to softer tones like this pale pink. Worn for that surprise appearance with Daniel Craig at the opening ceremony of the 2012 London Olympics. Her style a global hallmark of consistency, elegance, and quiet power. On display frequently on that palace balcony for celebrations and 4 jubilees.
I do hope you can see me today from where you are.
And on the world stage too, meeting leaders including 13 American presidents. Also part of the exhibit, her signature accessories, the ever-present handbags, a feminine touch, which also conveyed authority. The statement hats, required for royal races and weddings, and for state banquets and the opening of Parliament. She donned sparkling ceremonial headwear.
Pray be seated.
Crowns, tiaras, and extraordinary jewels steeped in history, worn by kings and queens before her. And pieces made just for her too. Personal gifts, an aquamarine tiara, and Burmese ruby headpiece. All part of a legacy that not only endures, but still resonates.
Throughout her life, she supported British fashion design on the global stage. Her unique style has really inspired many contemporary designers, both in the United Kingdom and abroad.
It's really, really beautiful. Definitely worth hopping the pond for, you guys. And we also just got the itinerary for the royal state visit coming up at the end of the month. The King and Queen will be visiting New York, Washington, and Virginia. We know a little bit about what they'll be doing. They'll be having tea at the White House, among other events. And King Charles will become the first king to address Congress. Of course, his mother became the first monarch of the United Kingdom to do so. Guys?
All right. Molly Hunter. Molly, thank you.
Best time of the morning, and Chanel's here.
All right, Chanel's here. The gang's all here. Woo! Let's jump right into Pop Start, and we'll start with the American Music Awards. The nominations are out, and you'll never guess who scooped up the most. Who? Roll it.
100 on the land, the seas, the sky, pledge allegiance to your hands, your team, your vibes, don't care where the hell you've been, 'cause now your mind is about to be the sleepless night you've been dreaming of.
Of course it's Taylor. She scored 8 noms this year, including Artist of the Year, Album of the Year, Best Music Video. I won't name them all. And it's a tie for second place between Sabrina Carpenter, Olivia Dean, Somber, and Morgan Wallen. They each added 7 nominations to their resumes. We'll see who walks away a winner at the big ceremony that's coming up on Memorial Day. Taylor has won 40 American Music Awards to date.
Wow.
40. Just that.
She loves them all equally. No,
That's right.
well deserved. It's a great album.
She surpassed Michael Jackson in 2019 for the most AMAs.
I didn't realize that. I'm Team Taylor.
Next up, here's a rare new music Wednesday. A little pump it or dump it for us, guys. Let's get to it. Just got a couple. We'll start with Reba. She's got a new single on the way, and here's a little sneak peek from the country superstar herself. That's like how Reba does it. She sort of reels you in the beginning. You can feel a sense of the chorus coming, you know.
It's going to build.
It's going to build, and it's going to be great, probably. That song's called One Night in Tulsa.
Giving a little Dolly vibes.
Yeah, for sure.
We love Tulsa.
One Night in Tulsa. All right, next up, here's another one. We've got the next single for Niall Horan. It's off his upcoming album, Dinner Party. Let's roll it. Very simple. You have a little Ed Sheeran sort of vibe in that. I'm curious to know where it's hard to tell in 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Where's it going? Are we going to pump it or dump it, guys? Let's give it a benefit of the doubt. We're going to pump that one.
It's like wine tasting except music. I'm here for it. We're like,
that's right.
Like
A Little More Time was the name of that one. Niall says it's his favorite song on his album that's coming out next Thursday. All right, we'll move on now. Now we're going to move on to the movies now. It's Pop Star. We got to hit a lot of different stuff here. Meet the Parents. 26 years later, De Niro's back to the drawing board, bringing back a classic movie moment in the first teaser for the next sequel called Focker-in-Law. Here's a peek.
Hello.
Hey.
The old machine.
Yes.
You clearly know your stuff.
I love that Ariana's in that. She's so good.
Hilarious.
A longer trailer for Fokker-in-Law. Careful, I know. Expected to drop later today. It really is. I had so much stress about that. I'm glad it's over. Next up, Ocean's 11. There's a prequel that's on the way that just might have fans thinking.
I need a reason. And don't say money. Why do this? Why not do it?
Right. Why not do it, says Danny Ocean. Who doesn't want more? We've got this week the CinemaCon Festival. Margot Robbie revealing some new details about the prequel project that she's been working on with Bradley Cooper, announcing that it's going to center, again, it's a prequel, on Danny Ocean's parents. Of course, one of George Clooney's most famous characters. And here's how Margot teased the plot of the prequel, saying you'll see them, the parents, in their prime, pulling off an epic heist back in the 60s at the 1962 Monaco Grand Prix. That's cool, right? Like it's in Danny Ocean.
I love that.
His DNA.
And the 60s vibe and fashion.
It doesn't even need a plot.
Come on,
It'll just be cool to look
I'd
at.
buy that in the room.
Yes.
That's expected to hit theaters sometime next year. And finally, Kevin Hart, the actor, is promoting the next Jumanji movie, but something's missing.
Look, babe.
Where's the rest of me?
Well, in a new post on Instagram, Kevin's only capturing part of his cast. Here's the series with the comedian alongside his Jumanji co-stars, Jack Black and part of Dwayne Johnson. Not all of them making the cut. One hilarious comment reads, pictured left to right, Kevin Hart, Dwayne the Crop Johnson, and Black Jack.
That's cute. They've had that going down
Their
for
feed's
years.
hilarious.
Yeah, that's right. Love it. All right, guys, just ahead, one of Hollywood's biggest and brightest and busiest stars, Oscar winner Anne Hathaway, is stopping by. But first, your local news. We're back. Anne Hathaway singing talents on full display in one of her very early roles, 2004's beloved Ella Enchanted. The Oscar winner is singing again, you guys. We've been waiting for this. The newest movie. It's a psychological thriller. It's called Mother Mary. She's playing an iconic pop star who reunites with her estranged friend and costume designer on the eve of her comeback performance. Take a look.
This is your burial.
Okay, first of all, there's so many ways I've seen you. This one is far and above one of the best ways. I just want to talk about this year. I know people hate hearing this, but people are calling it the year of Anne Hathaway. Why? Because you have Mother Mary, you have The Devil Wears Prada coming out, you have The Odyssey coming out, you've got Flowervale Street and Verity. I mean, this is like an avalanche of movies all landing at once.
Yeah, it's a little over 3 years of work coming out in a 6-month window.
A tiny little window.
Yeah, and people are like, "How do you feel?" And I'm like, you know what? It's never going to happen like this again.
Ever. This is
it.
This is it.
So I'm just going to like ride the wave and try to enjoy it as much as I can.
Let's talk about Mother Mary, because number one, you play this incredible, iconic pop star. When you saw the script, were you like singing check, a role I've never played check, psychological thriller check? What made you say yes?
I love that you think that I would be like singing, got this. Thank you very much. The opposite. But it was David Lowery.
Oh.
It was David Lowery.
Yeah.
He's such an incredible talent. You know, we were talking about my co-star Michaela Cole earlier, and she and David, to me, they're just art. Like if art was a person, you know, and David's just like that, and he's so kind, and he makes his range of films are just kind of mind-blowing. Like he made a movie called A Ghost Story. He made The Green Knight, and then he also made Pete's Dragon and Peter and Wendy. So his career has spanned so many genres. And I was so curious what he was going to do with this beautiful story that he wrote about the artistic process and betrayal and friendship and what it feels like to be haunted and what it feels like to have regret. So it was just so rich.
It had all the things. And you really had to prepare for it, because the singing piece is obvious. There's so much dancing, and there's actually a dance scene that people will see of you in the barn which shows off a whole other skill. Just how did you come to do that scene? Because that seemed very difficult when I was watching it.
Remember the name Danny Vitale.
Okay.
She's an unbelievable dance teacher. If you ever get a chance to take one of her classes, jump at it. And she became my dance teacher, and she was the film's choreographer. And we basically moved into a dance studio for 8 hours a day for months and months and months. And we just figured out what I could do, and then we choreographed that dance together. And yeah, it was one of the craziest, most transformative things I've ever had to train for, and getting to do it. I mentioned Michaela before. We became really wonderful friends and partners throughout this whole process. And her reaction to the dance the first take, because nobody knew it was coming. And I did the dance, and Michaela just looked at me and went, "Are you crazy?
Are you crazy?
Are you crazy?" And it's one of the proudest moments I've ever had as an actor ever.
Ever.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I
Getting
love
that genius to like scream in delight.
I love it. Can I just talk? I know you say singing got that ha-ha. You're actually a very, obviously you're a good singer, but I hate to say I was watching an old Kelly Clarkson clip. Do we have that Kelly Clarkson clip? I just want to show a tiny bit of it. All right, let's roll it. Hold on.
Since you've been gone, I can't breathe for the first time. I'm so lonely, yeah. Next to you, no again.
How great is this song?
So good.
I mean, every time.
So
every time.
good.
Such an evergreen banger, 100%.
I'm totally 100% in. All right. Everyone's talking Devil Wears Prada coming out a little bit later. Just your thoughts as this thing is coming out again into the world.
It's so massive.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Meryl and I were just on this like worldwide press tour, and we went to so many different countries. And to realize this movie that we made 20 years ago, that we had so much fun making, has now amassed a global audience in like the most organic way possible. It's so sweet and touching and genuinely humbling. And I'm thrilled to say that I've seen the movie. I love the movie. I know expectations are sky high, but I really think David Frankel, Aline Brosh McKenna, and the cast, you know, the Prada Four, but also all of the new people. I really feel like everybody's delivering something that people could really use right now. And I'm just so proud and thrilled to be in it. Both of these films, they're so different, but I'm really happy.
So just so you know, Al Roker never saw The Devil Wears Prada until I think last week. So he watched it, which I was very proud of him.
So cute.
And then
What did he think everybody was talking about?
Well, he didn't. First of all, he never knew what the color.
Did he understand any of the memes?
He didn't know what the color cerulean was, so he wore it. And in fact, he's come to just say hello, wearing his cerulean sweater.
Hello. That looks better on you than anybody.
Well, it was a J. Crew sweater I had in my closet. Literally, it's like 15 years old.
Was it in the casual
And that's
corner?
everything old is new again.
Exactly.
And now you are just as fashionable as ever.
My wife, Deborah, said, "You've got to watch this before the new one comes out." So we watched.
Look,
it's fantastic.
Deborah
It
has
was a
seen it
revelation.
before.
Oh, she'd seen it. It's like she was quoting lines.
She's
you know.
a fat. I know. Well, that would have come from a a casual corner, lumpy, whatever it was.
Hoda's seen the movie once or twice.
I know, a few times. I love you. I want to just say that I also just saw your speech at the UN. So if anyone has a couple of minutes, Google it. It's just elevates. So anyway, we love you. Good luck with Mother Mary and the Devil
By the way,
Wears Prada.
we've never had a crowd this big.
By the way, I love our crowd. Yes.
Studio.
That's right.
My
That's how it
gosh.
goes.
Gird your loins, everybody.
Thank you, Al.
You can catch Mother Mary in select theaters this Friday, nationwide, April 24th. Thanks again, Annie.
you so
All right, Carson, over to you.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Next up, fans of The Pit will know our next guest. Breakout star Taylor Dearden is here, getting us all ready for the big season finale. But first, this is Today on NBC.
Give me 30 cc's of Pelastamine, 4 heliostic probes, and the most ultra-realistic, gory-looking stomach pump we've got. Where's the nice, mousy intern who always maintains her youthful optimism in the face of constant trauma?
That would be me. May I say?
Shut up! We have a greyhound to save. Who's a good boy?
Oh my gosh, we're watching a clip from The Simpsons' 800th episode featuring a cameo from one of the stars of The Pit, including our next guest, Taylor Dearden, who plays the great Dr. Melissa King on the Emmy-winning medical drama. And with the clock counting down to the end of her season 2 shift in the ER, Taylor's here to give us a scoop on tomorrow's big finale. Taylor, that's great to see you. Thanks for being here. By the way, first of all, great clip there. Nice moment a second ago with Anne Hathaway. Anne just walked over after her interview. and just said some very nice things to you.
That was incredible, and I had no words back. Yeah.
No, she was like, congratulations on the show. And that's
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this show, I mean, we're all big fans here. We've been loyal season 1 fans. I know you're doubling the audience in season 2, but the whole Today Show, we're all obsessed with it. But that Simpsons clip, that's really, are you surprised that it's such a cultural phenomenon?
Yes, I think so. I think, you know, you're always hoping that something works, and working meaning just that we continue to be employed. And I think what has happened since has been completely wild and beyond our furthest expectations of this. Yeah.
Well, HBO Max has so many great shows. You guys are like one of the most watched, which says a lot about it. And I'm looking at the clip of you, and I'm looking at you here in person. You look different, obviously. Do you get recognized?
If my hair's down and I'm not wearing glasses, not much. No.
But the braid is like the thing, right?
Yeah, if my hair's back or glasses. But yeah, often we'll be on set and I'll hear our doctor go, "We're just waiting for Taylor," and then we can start going, and I'll be, "Oh, I'm right here."
You know what it is about you is the show is so good because the ensemble cast, like everybody's so strong, yet even in that, the strength of the cast, you still stand out above even them, which is amazing.
Thank you.
I love the relationship with your sister, Becca, on the show. This season 2, there's a great episode where she actually comes into the ER and has some, I'm going to show a clip of it right now so I can set this up, and you can talk about Tal Anderson, the actress, and also this sort of relationship that your character has with her sister, where you're learning about her romantic interests. Take a look at the clip first.
I'll call you tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Wait, are you spending the night?
Yes, his parents invited me.
They need to ask me that.
Are you staying here too?
No, they needed to ask if it's okay if you stayed.
Why?
Because it's polite. It's the right thing to do.
Do you hear from folks with family on the spectrum about how special that representation on screen is?
I do. I think as someone who's neurodivergent myself, it also feels. I feel very proud to be able to represent something that feels true, real.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's a special relationship you guys have on screen. It's really great to watch. I don't want to spoil anything about season 2 and the finale that's coming up that you're promoting. The internet does seem to be concerned about Dr. Robbie.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can shine a light on? Are you happy with how season 2 ends?
I am. I'm very happy. I was kind of, I was curious, and I just saw it recently. And I think it will hopefully satisfy a lot of questions and also ask a lot of new ones, because I think The Pit does a great job with cliffhangers.
Yeah.
And constantly wanting more. Yeah.
We had a Pitt super fan here last week in our studio, happened to be the great Bryan Cranston, who is your dad, and he has a question for you. Let's roll it.
Okay.
Taylor, it's Dad. Here's a question that you might be able to answer. With all the boot camp medical training that you and the rest of your castmates have to do every year for The Pit, have you ever actually been in a situation where you've had to use that new knowledge on medical expertise?
What a great question, Mr. Cranston. Have you had that experience?
I know exactly why he asked
He's
that.
teeing
Yeah.
you up for
No,
something?
he's like, remember the thing that happened in the hotel? Yeah.
Just like a dad to support you.
Yeah, it was over the holidays, and there was a man choking in the restaurant we were in, and it's also very much an ADHD thing to be very good in emergencies, but we end up running towards it and not really knowing why we're there now.
Right.
And so there was a man choking, and I just sprinted towards him, and I just kind of stood there like this, and I had nothing to do. He was fine, but it was just, but it was close. I was so close to doing the...
You knew to run towards the drama because of your character.
And then I just stood here because I was waiting for my line.
Right.
That never came.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Right. We're not on set. Where's Noah? Great. Congratulations on everything. It's so fun. Season 3, Dr. Mel, I'm sure a lot of these cast members are coming and going because they're interns, they're researchers.
Yeah.
We'll be seeing
It's
Dr.
a
Mel in
revolving door, so we're just always hoping to stay employed, but we never know.
Well, you're a great doctor. I hope you stay right where you are, Taylor. Thanks so much. Quick reminder for everybody, season 2 finale drops for The Pit tomorrow night on HBO Max. And up next, we're going to head from the ER right over to the kitchen and whip up some easy weeknight meals with Chef Michael Vignola. But first, this is Today on NBC. Speed cooking this morning on Today Food. Spring is here, and it's a good time to keep those dinners nice, easy, and light. And may we suggest one of Hoda's favorites, salmon. All-star chef Michael Vignola has a delicious version to share with us today. Of course, he's the culinary director behind the Catch Hospitality Group. Catch Restaurant made its debut here in New York in the meatpacking district about 15 years ago. Since then, they're ruling the country. Just in the past couple of years, Chef, you guys opened up 2 more hot spots. You've got like 3 of the biggest restaurants in New York.
3 actually new hot spots. We're celebrating 15 years at Catch Hospitality. Tillman, Eugene, and Mark.
What is the secret you guys are doing that's catching on?
We surround ourselves with amazing people, really focus on the food and the experience first and everything that the guest touches.
Right.
And let everything else work itself out.
All right, let's get into it. We only got a few minutes for we got our eaters over there.
15 years at Catch, 21 9th Avenue. Focusing on food first now.
Yep.
Complete $3.5 million renovation.
Love it.
Just beautiful in the space. We're going to start with something light and easy. Beautiful Ora King salmon. This is a midweek meal, something easy you can do at home. Freshness of tomatoes. We're going to make a quick agrodolce.
Just a little olive oil down, and you're just going to
a little bit of olive oil.
Just blossom open.
Blister them up. Once they're nice and blistered, we're going to add a little bit of shallots, some garlic, crash it down with some vinegar, and let that stew and cook down. This is going to make this sweet and sour kind of sauce.
You're going to get this kind of jammy. How far did you let this get down?
You're going to let this cook till it's sec, so the juices are going to release down. And it's going to get nice and jammy and that.
Beautiful.
We have our beautiful Ora King salmon.
What is an Ora King salmon? I mean,
so it's aqua pen culture. It's farm raised in these giant aqua pens, so they kind of like they're fed predatory fish, but also a little bit of supplemental feed. Really clean, delicious, high oleanic fat, and the best salmon we can buy.
I love it.
We're gonna get our grill pan nice and hot. While you do that, you want to season with skin side down. You want to blot off some of that extra moisture. That's going to give you a nice, even sear.
I mean, the salmon has a ton of oil in it, obviously, so you don't need to oil it.
No,
per se.
Keep it nice and easy. Blot that
want
skin and get it nice and crispy
skin
down
side
there.
down first.
Always your presentation side down. Keep it nice and seared. Don't mess with it. Let it get your good sear on there.
Good to know.
We're going to actually switch pans. Want to move that over there?
Yep.
Here, switch. There we go. We'll let that cook.
All right, come on.
All right, while that's cooking, we're going to move over to our other grill pan here.
Guys, are you having a bite of this?
A little bit of garnish. My grandfather used to always make vinegar peppers towards the end of the summer, the beginning of the summer when they're kind of sweet but not there yet. So these are just a play on that. It's also on the menu. Grilled shishito peppers, super simple. Olive oil, salt, pepper.
What'd you do to them? That's it, huh?
Olive oil, salt, pepper, blistered them up. We made a quick pickling liquid of 1 part vinegar, 1 part sugar. Bring it up to a boil, pour it over. It's just a simple, really light garnish.
Is it true there's like 1 in 10 are hot? Is that a myth?
So there is 1 in 10. I always say the littler the pepper, the spicier it is.
That's good to know. That's a good pro
really
tip.
They
say the shishito peppers, when you order them like as an appetizer, like 1 in 10 are hot, like a jalapeno.
Really spicy. It's got a little bit of that kick to it.
I didn't think it was a real thing, but Chef,
it is real.
Well, we don't need it. We've got Chef just confirmed. I think we're good to go now. Just be careful if you eat 10 of them. All right, awesome. So you've got, there's
So this is what it looks like when it's cooked down. You have your beautiful crusted salmon. I like to put a little bit on the bottom, garnish it with some of those vinegar peppers. It's going to also help cut through that acid in the salmon. Like you said. Really make it nice and rich and delicious.
This is a delicious weeknight meal. Congratulations, Chef. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. Chef Michael Vignola. You can find these recipes and more at today.com/food. And just ahead, on the 3rd hour, we've got a live performance from K-pop star and Traders finalist Eric Nam, excuse me. But first, your local news, weather, and these messages.
You didn't
Thank
like
you,
that
Chef.
too much, did you?
I had a
Clean plate
it's
club.
done already. I'm almost done. It's so good.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.